We're here in the coastal shores of Florida for the Miami Grand Prix, which has become the 11th Formula One track held in the United States. The grandstands are packed for what we hope is going to be another fantastic race. With great opportunities for wheel-to-wheel battles featuring 19 corners, 3.36 miles long and expected average speeds of 138 miles an hour, the Miami International Autodrome will be sure to create lots of chances to overtake.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, welcome back to Southern Cross Racing. I'm your host, Simi Skate. Well, with me for the very first time, yes, the current Group 4 champ. I speak of none other than the Bobton. Welcome to the commentary box, mate.
Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, good, buddy.
Feels good to be here.
It certainly does. It certainly does. And let me just check the Discord because I think we've just dropped one. I'm not too sure. Can you double check there, please, Bop? I think we've lost one driver. I'm not too sure.
I'll have a quick look.
Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate. All right, yes, we are back, folks. And yes, we've got Senior, Senior in the chat. Yes, welcome, Senior. He made it to this. Oh, of course he made it. Junior is racing. And, well, when he wasn't around, Senior wasn't around, was he? So we'll have to sort that one out. And a bit of housekeeping straight off the bat, folks. A big happy birthday to, yes, Striker's daughter, Hannah. We wish her a very happy birthday, her 25th birthday, and yes, Striker racing on her birthday, so we do appreciate that, Hannah, letting Dad race, but we do wish you a very happy 25th birthday, and all the very best for tomorrow night, of course. Yes, and while Senior Senior is at work, well, he's been at work all the time, and it's been, well, it looks like it's raining cats and dogs here at the moment, and well, have a look at that weather there, Bob.
Yep, I'm still loading in at the minute.
Still
so,
loading
yeah.
in? Yeah, oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
still
There you
loading in.
go. So, happy birthday, Senior says. So, there you go, folks. Junior is out there as well. And what is he saying? Hello, he's back. Well, yes, he is certainly back. And, well, welcome back, Junior. And, well, good to see you back in, well, your home country, of course. And, well, he did ask me. He did say that he enjoys where he goes, and why do I think that he goes over there? And I just said to him simply, no one in the UK would have him. So, nevertheless, we push on. We are back, folks. Yes, sprint and feature round. It is a one-shot qualifying, of course. Yes, got Bopton in the chat with me, and he'll be my co-commentator, hopefully for the remainder of the season. We're going to warm him into this one, of course. Just get his feet wet, and I'll do
I think
most.
the lobby might be bugged.
Might be bugged. No, we've just got the beeps. We've got the
Alright.
beeps. We've got the beeps. They're all there. And it's 17. It says there's 17, Bob. But yeah, there's meant to be 18. Who is missing?
Dirty Orange
Dirty
is
Orange.
not in
No,
on the lineup.
He certainly is. So we'll get him an invite, mate.
I'm just going to pull up some menus
No problem.
because I've only just loaded in.
How good is it? How good is it? There you go, Dirty Orange. A couple of invites for you, mate, and hopefully get yourself back in the session. I've lost some audio in my ear. Just give us a sec, folks. Okay, folks, we are back. We do apologise for that. Yes, Dirty Orange has got an invite, and hopefully he gets himself back in the session. Black Moon, there he is there. Big yo to you with the big red colours. Currently watching Middy's Mella. Yes, it is one-shot qualifying. Let's just keep an eye on the Discord, because I can't see anything from the Orange Man. But, yeah, there you go. There you go. So, hopefully gets himself in there. It is a one-shot qualifying, and we're currently watching Middy's Mella in the wet. Currently, well, there you go. Junior looks like he's taken pole position for the sprint race. And, well, Nat Hammer P2. Look at the golf boys fire up as, well, Senior is in chat. Moondog in chat. And great to see. Great to see you in chat, boys, of course. And well, Junior, pole position in the sprint race. This is for you, my friend.
Yes, it's pole position. Yes.
There we go, folks. So Junior gets his pole position. I think that's the second one for the season for the Junior. And we're going to get stuck into this sprint race, of course. Not too sure what's happening with the weather, of course, there, Bob. But it'd be interesting. And I tell you what, how do you find this circuit there, mate? I mean, the drives out there, of course, in the wet is always tricky. But how do you find this track?
Yeah, I mean, this track's tricky when it's dry. So, or maybe not to everyone, but yeah, definitely for me. Definitely trying to get that the first sector right is important here. So if it's a wet race, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Absolutely. And well, it looks like this the sun is shining. Senior giving Junior a bit of confidence in the chat. Junior's going to bin it. Absolutely brilliant. Junior's response, thanks, Dad. No problem. There's a lot of love, a lot of family love. Good to see in the chat, of course. And as we wait for these boys to adjust their setup spot, and finally,
yeah, I'm catching strays in the chat myself.
Yeah, you certainly are there, mate. Of course, Moondog telling you to wake up, of course. And let's just go through this track a little bit. This temporary circuit was designed by Apex and Formula One. It has been built on the car park of the roads surrounding the Hard Rock Stadium in the Miami Gardens, which is home to the Miami Dolphins, of course, in the National Well, there you go. The city has previously played host to IndyCar and Formula E rounds, and the Homestead Oval is a fixture on the NASCAR schedule. However, the Miami promoters' plans to bring Formula One to the area was met with significant local opposition. Efforts to situate the race downtown overlooking the waterfront were repeatedly frustrated. Several different track configurations were mooted, including one which passed through the Port Miami Tunnel, another which around the American Airlines Arena, and a version 2019 local opposition had killed off hopes of a downtown race. The promoters focused instead of the switch 20 kilometres north to the Hard Rock Stadium owned by Stephen Ross, who agreed to fund the construction of the track. A 5.4 kilometre circuit was laid out using the car park and the surrounding roads there, Bob, and a deal to host the race in 2022 was announced in April 2021. And of course, yes, Miami has joined the calendar. It did that back then, of course. Formation lap is on. And let's just go through this a little bit here, Bob. We'll get through this, put the details up a little bit. And there is the tyres. Don't need telemetry. We'll put the full track map on. There you go. Junior out there. And oh, I tell you what, he has opted the hard compound there, Bopton, on a sprint race. Very, very interesting. And his teammate, Nat Hammer, has gone the same way there, mate. And, well, there you go. Middies Mella, our championship leader. There he is there, of course, opted for the medium. Great qualifying from Salmons. We did miss that, and we do apologise, Salmons, of course. One-shot quali, but bang on, mate. Very, very good from you. Great to see him up there. Scotty as well in P5 on that hard compound and looking very good. That's a lot better from the Scotty. And, well, Brad Tay up there doing Brad Tay things. And, well, there you very go. Up there in P6 from the Brad Tay. David in P7. And very good from the David. There is the Z, out of position slightly in P8. And Johnny M4, well, there he is there in P9. Housey, of course, he's on the hard compound. Rounds out our top 10. Batman, there he is there in P11, of course, on the medium compound. Striker, his daughter's birthday today, Hannah. Happy birthday, Hannah. 25 years old, and happy birthday, Verk. There he is there, of course, last season's champ, P13. Blue Dog, welcome back the Blue Dog. And there he is there, and oh, I tell you what, he's got till next week to put those stickers on. He'll be disqualified. And there you go, Jazz Blues Cat, P15. No more games like that. It's in the rules, Bluey. And, well, there you go. P15 is the Jazz. JC in 16th. And I tell you what, Mr. Fury Strat out of this one. And, well, P17 he will start from. And, well, there you go. Looking for a driver of the day is Fury from the back of the grid, I suppose.
Cherry picking. It's good to see Brad up in the 6th position up there. He's been a Group 4 driver. It's you know, he's obviously had a good lap.
He certainly did, mate. He certainly did. Great qualifying from the Brad Tate. And of course, yes, Blue Dog. We do welcome the Blue Dog back. We'll get to him in a little bit. But here we go, Bob. We wait for these famous 5 red lights. We've got 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights. We've got 5 red lights. Oh, they're holding the lights around, and we are go. Great launch there from Junior, but he's been jumped by his teammate. Have a look at this, folks. Absolutely brilliant. Nat Hammer's going to lead it. Is he going to lead it? He certainly is. Junior loses the rear. Middy's into P2. And have a look at the grid. So far, so good. All through the grid so far. Absolutely brilliant. Let's just gather our thoughts as Blue Dog rans himself down to the back. A bit of contact. And down in P17 as Junior finds himself up into P1. Middy's Mella P2. And what a hectic start there, Bopton in P3.
Yeah, Verks has moved up from 13th into 9th, so he's trying to get through this mid-pack as quick as he can to join the front up in the battle.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely brilliant from you there too. As we'll have a look at Verk as he's shaping up Housey here. Housey in P8, Verk in P9. We'll get rid of that graphic. And here comes Verk on the inside. Absolutely sent it. Housey will have the inside line. And no, you don't, says the Housey. He's hanging it on in there. And absolutely, he did side by side. Brilliant racing. And racing room given. Verk takes that spot. Brilliant racing there, boys. We'll bring that back up for everybody. Verk up into P8. And of course, yes, Senior Bopton in the comms box. He has had a bit of an accident playing rugby a few weeks ago. Fractured his C2, C6 in his neck. And unfortunately, yes, he is out of the, well, he won't be racing for the rest of the season. And, well, just grateful he is in the commentary box with me there, my friend.
Yeah, grateful to still be moving.
Absolutely is. Well, Mitty starts to put the pressure on Junior here now. He Bopton, of course, Junior looking all loosey-goosey, isn't he, coming out of 3? And have a look at Mitty's just piling on the pressure. And, well, Mitty's with the quicker, stickier tyre at the moment, and it absolutely shows. He wants to get by Junior pretty quick smart, I think, because the hard compound will come into its own in a few more laps' time here, Bopton. But nevertheless, we'll flick further back because Fury's starting to make end grounds, and there he is there in P8, P9. He's having a good look at Verk, and well, he's just hanging on to the rear wing, isn't he? Can Verk tow him through? Verk having a move on Brad Tay, and Brad Tay's gone from 6th to 9th, and well, there, he won't mind that at all. Brad Tay in P9, the Group 4 driver, having a solid showing. Lap 2 of 10 here, Bob. This one's going to go by pretty bloody quickly, if you ask me, as we'll flick down to Salmons, because have a look at the Jaguar drivers, P14, 15, and 16, if you don't mind. Jazz Blues Cat holding his own in P13. Great racing, Jazz.
I'll tell you what, Jazz does a good job at defending. I've had the privilege of being behind him many a times and trying to get past him, and he makes it pretty difficult. So.
Absolutely is. We're going to have a look at Z because he's shaping up Scotty here. He's real close, isn't he, here, Bopton? The medium tyre is real optimum at the moment. Have a look at them all, lining them up. Middies Mellor's going to make a move here on Junior. He certainly has. P1 for the Middies. And, well, there you go. Junior just has to settle in. And let's have a look at Z. Is he going to make a move on? He's
fighting back.
There you go.
I tell you what, it's probably not a bad thing for him though, because I honestly believe being on the hard compound to start is the meta of this game. To be honest, it's real good in your first stint being on a hard tyre, and I don't know if that's just biasm for me with the hard tyre, but.
Well, a lot of people do say that the hard compound is a good one, but it is a sprint race here, Bob, and well, there is no stop. So I'm pretty sure the medium compound will absolutely make it to the end. Just on how optimum they will be towards the end of this race is a matter of question. So, well, how's he on at the hard compound? And of course he would be. He's the hard compound whisperer. Fury and Verk. There you go, swapping and swap again. And there you go, Fury up in a P7. Let's just see if he can start to catch Johnny M4, who is having a great race this Grand Prix, up in a P6 at the moment. And oh, a bit loosey-goosey, but he has got his connection all sorted thanks to a bit of an info session by me, and helped him out there with his connections, so he's all sorted now. And Johnny M4 looking real racy. Great to see him back up there as, well, we'll flick back down to Housey, because I think he is just starting to be caught by Brad Tay ever so slightly, excuse me.
Yeah, Batman and JC have tagged onto the back of that, and it looks like they're all willing to get past, so...
Absolutely they are. Have a look at them getting real racy. Of course, not running out of laps here though, Bopton, of course. 4 of 10 and 6 to go here, mate. 6 to go. So if you're going to start to make some ground, here is the time. It is here or now or never, of course. And, well, Junior, there he is there. Still 5/10 behind Middies. Middies just trying to stretch his legs. Get out of that DRS zone, isn't he? He's doing his absolute darndest. But he wants to keep enough tyre life in bank for the end of the Grand Prix, of course. Or the end of the sprint race. As we'll have a look at Z, because I think Z is a real... He's shaping up. He's absolutely shaping up. This between Nat Hammer, Scotty, Z, and Johnny M4. This is looking like an absolute belter. And, well, I'll tell you what, if it's signs for the feature race here, Bopton, we are in for an absolute treat as JC gets his way by the Brad Tay, of course. And JC moves himself up into P11. Fantastic from the JC, a resident Canadian doing his things as Salmons makes his way through on his teammate up into P13.
Yeah, that battle for third place at the moment is looking pretty good.
Yeah, it certainly is there, mate. It really is real juicy. As Salmons gets a 3-second warning excuse me, for track limits. And there is Scotty, as I did touch on it. Have a look at Z. Oh, I tell you what, it's getting real interesting. Scotty making a move. He certainly is making a move. What a move from the Scotty. Can he hold
Has
it?
he opened the door?
Oh, I tell you what, Nat Hammer's hanging on. He's hanging on. He's all loosey-goosey. But Scotty up into P3. There is Nat Hammer into P4. And here comes Z. Don't count this man out. I tell you what, he wants to follow Scotty through, but he just has to tuck in, of course. And, well, there you go. Fantastic from these boys. And let's not count out Johnny M4 here, Bob. He's just having a look at what's in front of him and thinking, holy shit, I can pick up some pieces here.
Yeah, if he sits patient, they could easily make a mistake battling that hard out into the corners and, you know, pick up a couple easy positions. So
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. As we'll flick down to JC, because he's sort of hung on to the back of Batman a little bit, wanting to make a move just to get into that top 10. And I'll tell you what, half the sprint race gone already here, Bob. So I'll tell you what, it's almost now or never. These tyres are going to start to drop off in a couple of laps, so they want to get a move on. And of course, well, I'll tell you what, how's he doing his thing? Still 2.6 seconds behind Burke. I'll tell you what, Batman looking for a move now. DRS assisted, but how's he defending that with his absolute might? Brilliant car position. And well, there you go, holds P9. Fantastic from the wily old fox is the Housey. Absolutely brilliant stuff there, Bob.
yeah, man of wisdom, that fella. He knows where to put it, and he won't make it easy for you.
Absolutely he does, mate. Absolutely. Is Fury having a good look at Johnny M4 now, mate? And we'll have a look at this. Let's just see who's got the slippery car, and it looks like Fury, but ever so slightly. Johnny M4 might hold this. Yeah, Fury's way too far back. And, well, Johnny M4 has got a slippery car, looking very good. He's hanging with the big boys, of course. And, well, Z in front of him, Fury right behind him. And, of course, well, I'll tell you what, the Renault's looking very good as there goes Fury up into P6. Johnny M4 into P7. I don't think you'll mind that too much there, Bopton, will the Group 3 driver.
No, not at all. Being this high up in the grid is always a privilege, being a lower group. So
Absolutely, mate, absolutely. And have a look at the Wonkers at the mid-pack. Here comes Housey, here comes JC. And, well, let's just see what's happening here. Housey's having a good look at Batman. And, of course, this is for a Group 3 championship. These two are battling it out, of course, for that Group 3 title here, Bopton. And it is neck and neck between these two. Housey right behind, well, Housey leading the championship in the Group 3 department. But Batman is up for the fight. Have a look at this. JC knows it, and I'm not too sure we're going to see team orders here. I think we're going to see Housey have a good old crack here, mate.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, knowing that Housey's got the Group 3 champ on the line. So
Absolutely, absolutely he does. And let's not count out JC, because JC wants to be up there as well. And he's fighting with Z at the moment for that Group 2. Z's got a great leap ahead of him with championship points, of course. But let's just not count this one out. There is still a mountain of races to go. And of course, yes, a bit of housekeeping. Imola, round 13, has been moved to the end of season, which will make it our final race of season 4, folks. Yes, it certainly will be. And, well, there you go. There goes JC. I think Housey just gave him the order. And there you go, JC. Go after it, he says. And he can see if he can set his sights on the Batman. Let's go further afield here, Bopton. Because
Z's still on the back of Nat Hammer.
yeah, I was about to say, there you go, Z's still on the back of Nat Hammer. And doing a fantastic job is the Z. But Nat under all sorts of pressure. And he's absorbing it extremely well here, mate.
I'll tell you what, Fury's got 65% ERS, so he's got a good amount of battery to launch an attack here in these final laps. So.
Absolutely he does, and well, great showing from the Fury, of course. Started last, currently finds himself in 6th position. He's very clean at the moment. He's just got to get it to the end of the race, and there you go, Z. There you go. He's going to make a move on Z. What a move! Up into P5. Fantastic from Fury. Fury's got his racing helmet on today, and there you go, up in a P5. I'll tell you what, if this guy had a good qualifying, there you go, he might have been a race victory for this man. But nevertheless, we'll go further up, because Nat Hammer, there he is there, in P4. He can sniff a podium, can Nat. There it is there, but Scotty took it from him a few laps ago, Bopton. I'll tell you what, has Nat got the slippery car? He's out of the DRS, he certainly is. He hasn't got the rear wing open. Or he might be a sitting duck from Fury. Here comes Fury.
You flick the ERS on now.
Oh, there you go. It was a bit of a delay. That rear wing was closed, according to my screen there, Bob. But nevertheless, we will push on. We'll flick further down, because have a look at Burke and Johnny M4. Oh, Burke on the inside, Johnny M4 on the outside in the wrong spot. Oh, they've spun. Oh, dearie me. I think Johnny M4 lost the rear, and there you go. Round goes Burke. And, well, there you go. I'm not too sure if anyone's to blame for that. Could be a racing incident. But nevertheless, Johnny
Just going to cut you off here. Ramsell's catching on Midas here, and he's 3/10 back. Well, he's 4 now, but he's doing well on these hards to keep up that medium tyre. Must be dying off.
We'll have a look at that. We'll absolutely have a look at that because there is Junior. Of course, 2 laps to go. As Housey cops a 10 second. What is going on with this game with the penalties? I'm not too sure. 10 seconds for not too sure what that was. We'll have a look at that after the Grand Prix. But nevertheless, there is Junior in P2, and oh, he's just got a bit loose. He's just got to cool his jets, just the Junior, and make this one nice and clean, of course. Doesn't want to spend too much of that rubber, of course. He's got the grip of the hard compound at the moment, and the medium will start to die, as you did say there, Bob. But I tell you what, he just wants to cool his jets, because if he starts sliding around like that, it's only going to cost him time. And, well, Middies will absolutely stretch that lead if he has to.
I just had a quick look at Housey's penalty. Apparently it was for ignoring yellow flags, and it's the first time I've seen
well, there you go. So I dare say that will be removed with the Stewart, with Housey putting that one in. I dare say, but Housey will put the race directive in, all that sort of stuff, and that will be removed. I didn't see any yellow flags myself there, Bob, but we'll flick up to Fury because he's having a good look at that hammer. I'll tell you what, Fury picking up places by the lap here, mate. Can he make it up? Well, I'll tell you what, can he get into the podium position? If he can sniff out a podium, well, if anyone can, it can be Fury. And he's looking for a way past that hammer. But this is the part of the circuit. We were talking about it before there, Bopton. There is nowhere to pass. It is very much follow the leader. And, well, there you go. Is setting yourself up, of course. And, well, this twisty part of the lap. And then you've got this DRS zone, which is an awesome place to make that overtake. And then, of course, that other long back straight towards the start-finish line.
I'll tell you what, he was doing well there. He just sat behind him and got a tow through that whole sector. He was on 82% ERS as he hit that DRS straight, so...
Absolutely, absolutely. And morning, evening, there you go. Web Stafford in chat again. And yes, doing very, very well, my friend. Yes, sprint round, sprint and feature round, sprint race, lap 9 and 10. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been an absolute belter. The boys have come alive, Fury's come alive, and Striker's moved up into P12. And there you go, just got past David. It did the Group 4 driver, but we'll flick back up to Fury because this looks juicy. As Liam Ramsell, I'll tell you what, Junior's just holding that 5/10 at the moment. And, well, there you go. He's just holding off at the moment. Absolutely. And, well, let's just see if Middies has got enough in the bag. He's closing and closing and closing. But I dare say that is all DRS assisted. It certainly is there, mate. As we'll just ride on board with the Junior because we're on the last lap of the Grand Prix. Well, of the sprint race, I should say the sprint race, because there you go. There's the gap, folks. You can see it for yourself. And there's the gap for the final podium position. Scotty, Nat Hammer, Fury. Where is Z? There is Z as well. And he's a little bit far off, but it's a three-way battle for the P3, and you can see it for yourself, folks. Don't know where to look. I tell you what, Fury has brought himself up through this field. Started P17, now in P5, and looking for a great result at the moment. Arguably the driver of the day for the sprint race is the Fury. But nevertheless, we'll push back up to the top because that is the gap. And we're going to keep an eye on this timing tree here, Bob. If you see anything, yell out here, mate. Because I tell you what, Junior's putting all sorts of pressure on Middies. Middies holding his own at the moment. They're just in the second sector, about to start the third. And I tell you what, nowhere to pass through here. Who's got the slippery car? I tell you what, Junior looking for a good exit. Has he got it? Oh, I don't think so. All loosey-goosey, and there you go. I think that's just enough. We're going to ride on board with Junior. And there you go. I think Middies has just done enough. Junior just a little bit
Fury
too
got a
far
good
back.
exit on the back straight there.
We certainly did. We're going to bring these boys across the line. And I think Middies Mella is going to take the win here. Yes, he certainly is. In the sprint race. What a win. What a race from the Middies. P1 from him. Junior P2. And let's just check out the final podium position. Where is Scotty? Looks like Scotty's going to take
Oh,
it.
Nat
Great
Hammer hit
race,
the wall.
Scotty.
Nat Hammer hit the wall.
Oh, Nat Hammer's brushed the wall. Can he hold on? He certainly can. Bang. Nat Hammer P4.
Oh, and Fury's across over the line.
Fury P5 on. P6, JC P7. What a Grand Prix. What a fight back from the JC. Housey in P8. That 10 seconds will be removed. There you go. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant racing. And we'll get through the
that was
timing
good
screen.
to watch.
It certainly was there, Bob, and well, there you go. Absolutely stunning from these boys. As well, what's happening there? Excuse me. Well, I'll tell you what, Senior, you got to put your hand in, mate. You'll get rid of those ads straight away because we won't be giving you a handout. Come on, mate. This is a weekly thing. Well, it's only a weekly thing when your son's racing. We're going to stir him up about that. We're going to stir him up about that, and why not? The chiropractor, of course he does. He deserves it. Well, as we wait for this to all finalise, there you go. Must have heard me. And I'll tell you what, Middies wins this one, Bob. What a race from this man. And, well, P3 on the grid to win. And can he be stopped? I seriously doubt that one. But nevertheless, let's just go through this and we'll get through the results. There you go. The fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Middies Mella with a 1:29.451. Our driver of the day definitely goes to Mr. Fury Strat. Absolutely it does. And, well, finds himself from the last place on the grid up in a P5. Fantastic from him. JC a close second. Of course, P7 from P16. Very, very good from him as well. We'll go all the way down to the bottom. And, of course, well, there is a couple of 10-second penalties there, Bob. And not too sure what was going on there. Definitely one we know that can be removed, of course, the Housey with the yellow flags. But nevertheless, this one here...
Yeah, the other 10-second was Blue Dog speeding in the pit lane. So.
Yeah, so that'll have to be checked if there is anything untoward, if he did or if he didn't. But nevertheless, the boys know what to do all about that. If there is anything untoward, there is the stewards there for a reason. Senior in chat. Well, no, it's, I'll tell you what, loyalty. I mean, yes, loyalty, but is it loyalty? Or is it, I love my sonny. Because you weren't there when he wasn't racing, mate. I mean, you can't explain that. I mean, that's just, Senior. I mean, it's the secret's out. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to come to this, Senior. But it's real. Love your son. It's a personal joke, folks. But nevertheless, they're all good lads. And of course, the chiropractor, I hope he's giggling. I'm sure he will be. Junior will probably be having a good old chuckle to himself as well. And, well, there you go. We'll blame it on the clocks. That happened over a month ago. Of course, yes. One shot quali, folks. And who are we going to sit on? We might as well. We're not going to commentate on it. And we might as well sit with Middies. Why not? We'll watch the championship leader at the moment, just going about his business through this magnificent circuit. Like I said, one shot quali. I'm not going to commentate on that. And look at them all come out. The dog ate my homework. Didn't change my alarm. I forgot to charge my phone. But nevertheless, that's all good. That's all good. We go back a long way. And that's all it's all shits and giggles at the moment. And no problem at all there, my friend.
We got 17 again. Well, we didn't regather Dirty Orange, I think.
What has happened? Oh, hang on. He's private messaged me. Oh, dearie me. All right, we're going to lobby reset this, and well, we will anyway after this qualifying session, and we will start again with this feature race. We'll get through this session, and we'll reset the lobby anyway. We're going to do that regardless because the qualifying order is never the same. It's just a thing that happens. So nevertheless, we'll get Dirty Orange back in, and well, his private message. I didn't see it. We didn't see it. His private messaged me there, Bob. And, well, there you go. There you go. We're going to reset this lobby.
Yeah, I just seen the 17. I didn't even see anyone disconnect.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're going to go on a brief pause. We're going to reset this lobby. We're going to get Dirty Orange back in, and we'll be back with you in just...
Yes, it's pole position.
Well, a bit premature for the pole position. Yes, we've got a lobby reset here, Bob. Of course, Dirty Orange back in the lobby. And, well, fantastic. Going to get this one underway. Of course, yes, new qualifying here, Bopton. And absolutely, you still on spectate? Absolutely, you are. Let me just double check. Yes, no, yes, you are. And fantastic. Yep. Absolutely brilliant. As we wait for this to count down, we're going to get stuck into this one, of course. Yes, one shot quali. Then we're going to get stuck into the feature race. We do apologise for that. And a big shout out to Dirty Orange. Sorry, mate. I didn't even see the DM. Of course, yes, he was stuck in on the grid there, Bopton. He couldn't get out of the menus, and he was just absolutely stuck. And well, there you go. We do apologise. Our best way to get my attention while we are live is usually via the Twitch chat. It's probably the best way to do that, if not in the general chat in the Discord. But nevertheless, we push on. I do apologise, Mr. Dirty Orange, and we do hope you have a good race. But welcome back. He's in the lobby for the feature race, and I suppose, Bob, that's really all that matters.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how everyone goes with a bit more laps and some tyre change strategies. So.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And well, speaking of strategies, which way would you lean this way, mate? Which way would you like to start? I mean, I suppose it all depends on where your qualifying position is, I guess. But for argument's sake, if you're up the front, what would you be leaning on? What would you think?
Oh, like I said in the sprint race, I've got that biasm towards starting on the hards and finishing on the mids, but. Yeah, like it depends on your position.
Can I ask? I'm going to ask you a question. Is that? I'm going to ask. I do know sometimes you do race with the great man, the lefty, the Housey in the chat, and well, I know he's the hard compound whisperer. I hope he hasn't been rubbing his hard compound juju on you there, Bob.
Yeah, he's.
I know he's a preacher from way back. He's the Housey.
See, I always think, you learn by watching and stuff like that. So
yeah,
I see him race, and he's consistent week in, week out, and he always gets a good result starting on the hard. So yeah, for me, it's yeah, I don't know. I've just been doing it this game, and I don't know if it's just because it's this game, but
well, I tell you what,
I just think the hard feels nice to race on.
Well, there you go. Is Junior in the chat saying Orange has left again? Not too sure. He must be having connection issues. Or he hasn't updated his graphics driver, because that's usually what happens. And, well, there you go. He's out. I'm not too sure. Haven't had a message. I'm keeping a keen eye on it as we have a look. DM, yeah. No. Okay. Oh, dear. Oh, we will wait. We will see what happens. There's been no message as of yet, but I think he is having connection issues. He struggled in the sprint race, and if it's happened again, I dare say, because he's on PC, usually. Well, he's got a couple. He has got a couple. We'll see if we can get him in. But there you go. There he is there. Orange man, get yourself back in, buddy. And hopefully that works. We'll give him another one while qualifying. It is a one shot anyway, so might as well. We don't commentate on that. So we'll just double check to see. Hopefully he gets in. And couple for Mr. Orange. But nevertheless, yes, currently watching. Who are we watching? Nat Hammer. And well, there you go. Dirty Orange has joined. And unfortunately, he'll start at the back, but you still get points. Just having some connection issues by the look of things. But nevertheless, Nat Hammer, is that who we're watching? We certainly are in P6 at the moment by the look of things here, Bob. But there you go. That golf racing livery does look fetching. It does look fetching. It is kind of growing on me, Bopton. Wasn't, well, when it was created, I was a bit iffy at the start. But I tell you what, it is starting to grow on me, this one here, mate. And, well, I do know, you being a former Monster Energy driver, you being biased to that livery, mate. But I'm going to ask you your opinion anyway. Take yourself out of the monster seat, and what do you think, mate? What do you think is which is a special one?
Look, I raced in a golf-themed team back in Formula 4, so
Yeah, you did, yeah.
I got nothing against the livery. It looks alright, and with the design on this game, it's they've done a good job at trying to recreate that style. So
Well, I'll tell you what there, Bopton Jr. has just claimed pole position. Oh, he's done it again. Bang! And, well, there you go. He'd be loving that one. As Middy's Mel at P2, Mr. Fury Strat up into P3. That's a lot better from the lad. Better qualifying from him. Dirty Orange, well, there he's there, rejoining. And, well, hopefully his connection is all sorted for the race. And, well, there you go. I do apologise for the sprint race there, Orange. I just didn't see the message, mate. I do apologise. But nevertheless, glad to see you're back in there. Liam, this is for you, my friend.
Yes, it's pole position. Yes.
And there you go. There you go, boys and girls out there. That is the order. That is the list. Junior taking pole position. I'm sure you'll be happy with that. And let's just see how he goes, of course, during the race. And, well, there you go. A further 2 points to him. And I tell you what, Nat Hammer firing up as well. And great to see Salmons. Let's just hope Salmons can keep that position or even progress it even further instead of usually going the other way. And we're not putting a moz on him. We want him to do it. Of course, formerly known as Mr. Saturday, currently known as Mr. No Footage, is the Salmons. So I'm trying to teach this guy. And I did notice he's streaming, which is fantastic. So regardless of whatever happens, I'm sure he'll have footage. There you go. Well, I'll tell you what, Senior, first corner going to be fiery. So many big dogs up there. Oh, there you go. Well, I'll tell you what.
yeah, I was looking at the gaps from third to ninth, and it was all pretty close there in terms of time. So
yeah, absolutely, it was. Absolutely. The boys are fired up for the back half of the season, and it is great to see. It is really good to see. And for you lovers of the F1 series, the game, the EA Codemasters shit show that is out there, well, I'll tell you what, the DLC version, you need not worry. And there's been no news whatsoever. There had been talk about a early June release. There's been no talk of that. Season 6 on the current game is currently coming to an end, and there's been no update. There might not be an update. There might not be a release in the month of June or July. Well, I'm hearing quite late on. So, nevertheless, the FIA can't get it right. So, good luck, EA Codemasters. So, we'll push on, Bob. But that's where it's at. That is where it's at. So, if you're all out there worried, what's happening? Definitely not the 4th of June. Definitely not the 4th of June. So that is not going to happen. There's been no release. There's been no update. There's been zero. So that date has now changed, and the common date is mid to end of June. They haven't even released a statement. There has been nothing. So everyone's in the dark. Don't stress. Don't stress. I heard 20. I heard that. You know what I heard? You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we all carry on. Leagues carry on with another season on F1 25. I wouldn't be surprised because, well, let's just face it. I mean, like I said before, Bob, the FIA can't get it right, so God help them. Nevertheless, it is what it is. But yes, we're all here to have fun, and that's what it's all about, folks. And boys who can race really, really well, and we enjoy it. I'm sure everyone at home enjoys it as well. As we wait for the boys to adjust their setups, of course, just doing the little tweaks. Of course, yes, the tyre pressures bop, the angle of the front wing. And yeah, it's pretty much all you can change, but they're doing the right thing, and well, that's the gentlemanly thing, the sportsman agreement. That there's well, no rule, of course, but it's a handshake agreement, of course, with amongst all the drivers. And there you go. And I tell you what, Ramsell, I'm getting a stiffy. Oh, mate, I tell you what, if they come, I'd rather it be a V10, but V8s either way, as long as they're pinging at 18,000 RPM, I could not give a shit. Anyway, nevertheless, we move on. That's all. That's I wish on biofuel, on everything. as Cake knows that gets me excited. So, nevertheless, we push on there. I was going to call you there, Junior, but you're not Junior. They're Bopton. And, well, there you go. The tyres are up. And there you go. They're all on the mediums except for JC. And well, I'll tell you what, how's he on the medium as well? Very, very interesting. But nevertheless, there you go. Liam leading this one. Pole position from that man. As there you go. Middies Mella in P2 and sitting nicely is the Middies, isn't he? A great qualifying from the Fury. That's a lot better from the man. And good to see him back up there where he belongs. Of course, there is Z. And a great qualifying from the Z, nevertheless. A lot better than what it was in the sprint race. And of course, yes, halved it. It was P8 in the sprint in qualifying trim, P4 in the feature race. Very, very good. Salmon's in P5 as the race strategies, the tyre strategies come up for you guys at home. And there you go, as per usual. There is Nat Hammer in P6 and doing a fantastic job of late is the Nat Hammer. Great to see. I like this man. I like how he goes about it. And when he's on, he's absolutely on. And tell you what, Group 2 this season. But a ripping Group 2 driver at that. There is Verks in P7, and a little bit out of position at the Verks. A little bit down and out of it, but he'll surprise us, I'm sure. And well, there you go, P7 from that man, JC, our resident Canadian, in P8. And I'll tell you what, not too sure if he's gone for the logo next to his name there, Bopton, but almost mimicking the Canadian flag by the look of it. And well, trying to anyway, doing the best he could. There is Scotty in P9. Housey in P10. I'll tell you what, very consistent from Housey in the P10 position in qualifying trim.
I think he's gone to prove us wrong here. He's opted for the medium tyre.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's what I'm surprised about. Well, Bopton next race will be on the medium for sure. Anyway, we push on. Brad Tay, P11. And there you go. Very good from the Brad Tay. Johnny and 4 out of position. P12 from that man. David in 13th. Batman in 14th. Blue Dog in P15th. Welcome back, the Bluey. Jazz Blues Cat in 16th. Dirty Orange, welcome back to the grid in P17th. And Striker rounds us out here, mate, in P18 as we sit here comfortably waiting for these famous five red lights. They're holding again, Bob. They're holding. The lights are out and we are go. Well, I'll tell you what, Junior's all squirmish and here comes Middies. He's going to take him into turn 1. He certainly is. Junior's gone deep. He's gone deep and he's going to hold the line. Yes, there you go. Very, very good from the boys. They've all got to get through turn 1, turn 2 and 3 and 4 unscathed, and looks like they've done so. Absolutely brilliant there, Bopton.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Nat Hammer's jumped up 2 positions just off the start alone. Same with Johnny M4 and Dirty Orange from the back.
Absolutely brilliant by the boys. And I'll tell you what, your guy JC, I'll tell you what's happened to Scotty in P8. And well, there you go. Your guy JC right behind him. And these two are old sparring partners. I reckon JC will be saying, oh shit, not this again. And well, there you go. Let's just see if JC can make a move. He's all looking every which way. But I'll tell you what, Scotty puts that car in the position you don't want it. Verk having a good look at Salmons as well here, Bopton. And I'll tell you what, it's all juicy. Lap 1 of 29. And, well, there you go. Salmons doing his absolute darndest. Nowhere to pass through there. He's just got to keep his cool. Pick up that slipstream and focus on the Z because Verk is coming. And, well, there you go, folks. There you go. We'll have a look at the front because Junior comfortably 0.6 of a second. And I'll tell you what, Middy's just biding his time at the moment here, Boppy.
Yeah, Junior's had a good start to this first lap. He's pulled away quite nicely, and we'll see how he goes for the rest of the race.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely, he has, and he'll be punching the air with that one as Verk gets his way past Salmons, and there you go. He can start focusing on Z. Doesn't want to let the boys too far ahead. Get too far ahead, of course. And well, there you go. In P6 is the Verkinator. Z is next on his hit list, but here comes the Middies. Have a look at him close. 4/10 now. And I'll tell you what, while the medium's still nice, I'll tell you what, these boys are looking to make hay while the sun is shining, and the sun is beaming down here in Miami. And there you go, folks. There is the strategies for you all at home. 2-stopper, 3-stopper, 4-stopper. What would you like? And well, there you go.
JC's hit the wall.
Oh,
He's got a bit of damage on his front end plate there, so he'll be bringing it into the pits, no doubt.
Oh, there you go.
And he's on the hard tyre.
Oh, that's unfortunate for the JC. That's hurt him. It's hurt him big time. And around here, any front wing damage is going to kill you. Who's behind him? The Batman. Oh, I tell you what, Batman's trying to get by. As we'll flick further afield here, mate, because have a look at Z and Verk. I'll tell you what, Z's hanging on the back. He's doing his absolute darndest. And, well, the gap's all within that DRS zone. I tell you what, whoever's out of it is going to be hurting. And Verk is just hovering, isn't he? Nat Hammer just out of it, and I tell you what, this is when Verk can make some ground. Of course, Nat Hammer wanting to be within that 1 second of Fury. Currently 1.2, Verk's well within it. Verk's on an absolute charge. Can he climb himself
Batman
away?
spun around on the final corner.
Oh, dearie me. As we'll have a look at the Batman, and there he is there, recovered. And, well, there you go, and speeding in the pit lane. I wonder if that is a track glitch there, Bopper. The boys are just getting it wrong. Not too sure, mate, not too sure. We'll worry about that a little bit later. But Dirty Orange in the pit lane himself as well, as we'll flick up further afield, because there is Z resuming in P6. And, well, Johnny M4 and Scotty, I'll tell you what, the two Renault boys doing their thing here, Bop.
Yeah, Housy's tagging onto the back of them there. He'll be looking to make a move, no doubt.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely he will. And, of course, P10 from the Housey. Where is the Batman? In P14, so Housey won't mind that. Where is Junior? He's just been overtaken by Middies, and Verk has just got past Nat Hammer, so it's all happening everywhere. As Middies gets himself past Junior. I tell you what, Junior would want to be hanging on to the back of that rear wing. Let's just see what Middies has got. I tell you what, he's got some speed, hasn't he? And look at him just pile on the tents through there. And I'll tell you what, Junior will do his absolute best to hang on here, mate. But nevertheless, we'll flick further down. Because Housey and Scotty battle resumed. Johnny M4 has got ahead. Johnny M4 up in a P8. Scotty P9 and Housey P10. You're looking at it there, folks. An absolutely brilliant race. And, well, fantastic from these guys as well. We'll go further afield because welcome back the Blue Dog. And there he is there. He's having a good look at Batman is the Blue Dog. And, of course, these two are teammates just pulling each other along. Blue Dog getting his eye back in. We're not going to focus on him too much. It is just great to see him back. And awesome to have him on the grid here, Bob.
Yeah, keep an eye on Z as well. He's on the back of Nat Hammer after Verk's capitalised passing him. He's been trying to hold on and make a move. I've been watching him for a little bit now.
Of course, yes, the Bopton former Monster Energy teammate of the Z, and of course he's got his one eye on his former teammate. And well, I'll tell you what, Z doing a fantastic job, as he does week in, week out. Probably looking for a promotion next season is the Z. That's how good that lad is going. And well, there you go, he's shaping up Nat Hammer, and there you go, he's just past him. And Candy from a baby, he's tucked in right behind his teammate now, Verk. And let's just see how these two can progress through the field. I tell you what, Fury is next, and well, if anyone can catch him, it is this man being the Verkinator. I tell you what, oh, he's just got all loosey-goosey. He just wants to calm down his little bit. I tell you what, he's got the pace as the Verk, and well, the guys ahead will start to trip over each other as they get close, but nevertheless, Middy's leading this one 0.6 of a second here, Bob. And I tell you what, I think he's just got enough in the bag, hasn't he? Of course, those DRS zones, he's just holding off and manages to build up a little bit of a lead through that back part of the lap and holds it through that back straight. Fantastic.
Yeah, he's a quick racer, old Midas. I remember the first time he ever had a race in this league, and seeing his qualifying time, I almost flipped out of my racing seat. So.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And it's great to see he's transferred that into his race pace, and it's all about progress, and he's done it in spades, has the Middies this season. And we're currently watching Scotty. I tell you what, how's he looking very, very racy at the moment here, Bopton, and he's just sitting there, isn't he? He's looking at these Renault boys thinking, geez, I can see a couple of spots here, mate. I can see a couple of spots, and he's doing his absolute best, of course. He's got one eye on that timing tree, because let's not forget Batman, who is chasing him down in that Group 3 championship. And, of course, how's he leading that one at the moment?
Yeah, and Housey will be wanting to put the pressure on and just force them into making mistakes as well, so... Yeah, he'll be quite happy just sitting behind them for now, and yeah, just putting that pressure on them.
Absolutely he will, and of course Salmon's all over Nat Hammer. I'm not too sure if Nat Hammer's got a bit of an issue or his tyres are starting to drop. He's just gone through this funny part of the Grand Prix where he's starting to drop off a little bit. And here comes Salmons, of course. He's chasing, of course, his Group 2 compatriot is the Salmons. And a great result so far at the moment from the Salmons. Great to see him up there where he belongs. Come on, Salmons, bring her home. And oh, dearie me, he got awful close to the rear wing of Nat Hammer. And I'll tell you what, Salmons, nice and clean, mate. Easy does it, plenty of laps. And I'll tell you what, very, very good from you at the moment.
David just made a pass on Brad T. I don't know if he had made a mistake there or not, but...
Well, there you go. Position change. David up into P11, Brad Tay P12, and another swap for position. Excuse me, Z up into P4, Verk into P5. We've got cautions in yellow sector 2. Not too sure. Jazz Blues Cat or Dirty Orange. It is a golf racer. And well, there you go. Got himself underway at the moment. But there you go. Dirty Orange. Unfortunate connection issues from that man, and we do hope he's got himself all sorted. But nevertheless, a bit of a struggle at the moment from that man. All to be expected if he is having connection issues. But nevertheless, Salmon's all over the rear wing of Nat Hammer. Excuse me, and this is for P6, P7 respectively. Salmons makes himself to be a nuisance. And there you go. Nat Hammer does not get flustered. He tucks himself in.
Making a move on the Blue Dog down the back. Or the front straight, I should say.
Well, there you go. And Striker slots himself up into P14. Blue Dog into P15, and Blue Dog won't mind that too much. This is his first race back, and just getting some continuity back in will be good for this man. Absolutely brilliant to have him back on the grid, and well, welcome back yet again, Blue Dog. As we'll have a look at Verk and Z, and they are swapping again. So I'm not too sure if it is DRS assistant. Looked like that one was, but the last one we missed it there, Mr. Bop, and I reckon maybe Verk might have made a little bit of a mistake. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I'd assume he probably made a small mistake. He races no assist, so...
Yeah, that's right.
Easy to do.
He certainly does, and all hats off to that man. And fantastic to see, of course, Junior real close to Middies, 0.3 of a second, 0.4 of a second now. As, well, this is where Middies is absolutely mighty. Have a look at the timing tree, Bopton, through here. After turn 4-5, look at him go. And, well, there you go. He just opens up that gap where he needs it. This is the part of the track where you need to open up the gap if you're leading. And, of course, because you've got that DRS zone at the back end of this lap, it is very easy to get tripped up over it. But no, Middy's very, very good. And, well, Junior trying to hang on. He's doing his absolute darndest. And, well, I dare say this one might go to the checkered flag.
Yeah, he's real good at getting the power down early and being able to pull away out of corners and that.
He certainly is there, mate. And we're just watching Salmons and Nat Hammer still doing battle. Salmons just tucked in ever so nicely, and he's just biding his time, is the Salmons. And probably a very smart decision, just waiting for the right opportunity. And of course, yes, the undercut. Yes, you have to think about that too, Bopton. The undercut around here, or any circuit on this game, is very, very, very powerful. So you can either opt to box that one lap early, or as Salmons gets real close to the rear wing of Nat Hammer, under braking.
Yeah, I've just been watching the battle down there behind Scotty. There's about... Oh, I don't know how to put him. But yeah, Housy's been hanging on the back still. He's, still putting the pressure on.
Yeah,
Scotty and Johnny M4.
He certainly is. He's right there. He's the Wonka driver, the Group 3 leader of that championship at the moment is the Housey. And, well, Junior coming out of the pit lane. There he is there. And he's gone for another set of hard... Oh, no, he started on the medium. I was going to say, Jesus. Well, there you go. P9. He's come out of the pit lane in P9 has the Junior. As we'll flick further down, Fury has stopped as well. And, of course, yes, come out in P12. He's got a lot of traffic ahead of him. He's got... Well, there you go. There is the Batman. And, well, I'll tell you what, that's the position. There is no blue flag, so he's got to pick his way through. And pick his way through nicely. He's got his teammate ahead of him. But let's have a look at the front because Salmons and, Nat Hammer doing battle. And Salmons around the outside, Nat Hammer on the inside. And Salmons makes the move. What a move from the Salmons. That's a lot better from the man. Patience as you were. And very, very good from this man. Let's go, Salmons. Up into P4. And I'll tell you what, Nat Hammer into P5. Steady as you were, Nat. he won't mind that too much. The race is long, and he's got a wily old head on him these days, has the Nat Hammer. But we'll flick further down because let's have a look at this mid-pack battle. Scotty and Housey doing a great job here at the moment. Is the Housey hanging on to the back of Scotty at the moment, of course, and there is Junior. Well, right behind Housey, and I'll tell you what, the longer he spent, 10 seconds to the Merc. Speeding in the pit lane. Now, I'm not too sure, like I said to you earlier, Bupton, I'm not too sure if this is the drivers just missing their marks or it is a track glitch. We'll wait and see as this one pans out, but Junior up into P4.
I think it is. I've had it on a few tracks personally myself where I've had the 10-second time penalty, and it's, you brake when you're meant to brake, but as you come into the pitch, you just go in that little bit too quick.
Yeah, the line creeps up on you.
Yeah. Even though it says you're under the speed or you're green, it'll just, it's a real annoying, tight, fine line to get right in some of these tracks.
Yeah, well, there you go, folks. So we'll wait and see if there's anything untoward there. But there you go. If they make another pit stop and it is wiped out on circuit, there is nothing the stewards can do if it is served on track. So there you go. If you were hit with a 10-second and you haven't served it, well, I'd suggest, if you can make it to the end of the Grand Prix, make it to the end of the Grand Prix and see if that can be removed. But if you do serve it in the pit lane, there is nothing the stewards can do about that one, unfortunately. But nevertheless, mate, we will push on.
I'll tell you what, Junior getting caught up in that traffic and his outlap may have hurt his undercut a little bit, but we'll see when Midas goes into the pits.
Well, I'll tell you what,
he's staying out another lap.
Well, it's 22 seconds roughly you're going to lose around here for a pit stop, or 21 and a bit around here for a pit stop, and well, there you go, 14.1 seconds is the gap now. But the thing that Junior has to worry about, of course, the longer he's out there on that hard compound, of course, Mitty still needs to put it on. He's going to have that tyre life in his pocket towards the end of the race. As well, there you go, another 10-second. I'm not too sure if it is the game, but worry about that one a little bit. We're going to ignore all those 10 seconds at the moment because they just seem to be clocking up.
But Bulldog just got hit with one as well.
Yeah, there you go. So we will push on. So Junior, 13 seconds behind Middies at the moment, doing a stellar job. But nevertheless, we'll flick further down. Excuse me, because Salmons and Z, they've both come out of the pit lane. Salmon's in P9, Z in P8, and of course this is still have to shake out and even out after the pit stops, of course. Yet to stop, Middies, Malla, of course, Housey, David, all in that top 10. JC with that early bit of a stop, with that bit of a wing kerfuffle, touch of a wall, and sort of hurt his strategy from that point on, didn't it, Bopton? But nevertheless, he is pushing on. P10 at the moment. Great showing from that man, our resident Canadian. But of course, I dare say he will need to stop again.
Yeah, and it looks like if he's got a 10-second penalty, he'll probably have to serve it as well.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing about it. That is the unfortunate thing about it. But nevertheless, Z all over the back of Nat Hammer. That is a shocking camera angle. We will get off that and we'll ride on board with the man. And, well, there you go. Nat Hammer in P7. I'll tell you what, he's been under all sorts of pressure. All Grand Prix has the Nat Hammer, and he's held his own. He sort of goes a bit defensive, but he can see Z coming, and he's just opened up the door a little bit, knowing that the corner opens up. And I'll tell you what, he should have the inside line. Great racing from Nat, knowing the track and fantastic positioning. And, well, just different lines, folks, and that's what it's all about. And there you go, Nat Hammer, P6, Z, P7. And great to see Salmons up there in P8 as well here, folks. But nevertheless, awesome racing by these boys. And this will continue to the flag, no doubt. Striker come out in the pit lane in P14, right behind Batman. And there's the gap you can see for yourself. And let's not count Striker out, of course. Let's just talk about this Group 4 championship. Bender missing this one here, Bopton. Striker, I tell you what, mate, Striker is chasing Bender. He's hot on his heels too, mate. He's hot on his heels. And let's just see how this one pans out. But at the moment, Striker currently, what is he? 29 points behind the Bender. And of course, like I said to you before, Bender missing this Grand Prix. He's going to close up exponentially. And looking forward to seeing how this one plans out as the championship tables are released at the end of the week. JC getting by, Scotty getting by JC. And there you go. JC out of position at the moment. And all due to the start of the Grand Prix he had. Unfortunate from that man. The Grand Prix is long. Anything can and usually does happen. happen. But nevertheless, the race is long. Well, let's just see how this one pans out. Nat Hammer, there he is there in P7. Just hung on to the back of Z at the moment. Middies Mella has boxed. There he is there coming out of the pit lane here, Mr. Bopton. And
I was just looking at Junior's time before Midas went into the pits, and he got that down to 9 seconds, so he knocked off about 5 or so seconds in the space of 2 laps.
Well, there you go, mate. There you go. And, well, Middies has come out, what is he, roughly about 9 seconds behind the junior at the moment. But he's got 4 laps fresher tyre life, and that is going to mean the world of difference come towards the end of this Grand Prix, of course. Nevertheless, Junior can also opt to stop again. It is up to this man how he's going to tackle this race. But nevertheless, we'll wait and see how this one pans out. As Verk slots himself up in a P4, just getting by Housey. And, well, there is the Housey in P5, doing a stellar job. 11 lap-old mediums. Here's the oldest medium runner out there. Here's the Housey, currently on 11 lap-old mediums, doing a stellar job, up there in P5. We'll probably put the hards on, go to the end of the race, but let's just see when this man boxes. He is a bit of a tyre whisperer, looks after him very well, does the Housey. David up into P11, getting by Striker, and have a look at the Batman. There he is there. Well, I tell you what, Batman wants to make end grounds. Have a look at this. Striker doing his absolute best to hang on to his teammate, Johnny M4. 3 seconds for multiple warnings. That is track limits, and that ain't going to help him whatsoever there, Bopton.
Yeah, no, I've been accustomed to the 3 second time penalties, so I know how that can hurt your race, especially when it's a tight one to the end.
Well, it's surprising. I mean, first racing comms proper with me in a long time there, Bopton. I do think you have done it once before, as Housey does stop. Salmon's up in a P7. But nevertheless, it's amazing that it is an American track and it is not at COTA, because that would have been a beautiful segue regarding track limits.
Yeah, me and COTA, we don't get along.
Yeah, you don't see eye to eye at COTA, unfortunately. But nevertheless,
yeah, I'll never forget that race. That race was something spectacular.
Yeah, well,
we're at Miami, so
move on, says the Bopton.
We'll forget about it.
Move on, says the Bopton. He doesn't want to be reminded about that. Nevertheless, the sleeping assassin says, "Move on. We will push on for the man." But there you go. Housey P11 after his pit stop, and excuse me, JC yet to stop. Well, does have to stop again. Of course, Housey should be promoted into that P10 position. And we'll just see how this one pans out, of course.
Just having a look at the position changes after everyone has kind of pitted. Verk's up 3 places. David's up 3 places. Striker with our biggest position gain of 4. Johnny M4 down 3 places. And he is our biggest loser at this stage.
Absolutely there, Bob. Thank you very much, mate. And we'll get back to the tyres, of course. Well, I had a mini coughing fit in the background. But there you go. Fantastic. How's he putting all sorts of pressure on David, looking for a move. And just a little bit too far back is the old sparring partners from Season 3. Here's the Housey and the David, P10 and 11 respectively. But nevertheless, there is Striker as well. And looking forward to seeing what this man can do. Brad Tay just ahead of him, and this is a great Group 4 battle. Brad Tay and Striker, I tell you what, it's come alive. Has it come alive? Lap 14 of 29 here, Bopton. This one's gone by pretty bloody quickly, if you ask me. The gaps have started to open up at the moment, and the only battle, really interesting one at the moment, is the Housey David, and of course the Brad Tay and the Striker one. But currently watching Housey and David.
Yeah, I think near the end of this race is when all the battles will start picking up again, but after all those pit stops, it's kind of spread everyone out. So, yeah, we'll see as the tyres die off how close everyone gets again.
Yeah, certainly, mate. And, well, there you go. Housey round the outside of David and up into P10 from that man. David slots into P11, and let's just see if he can hang on to the back of Housey, because Housey doing a phenomenal job. He is on fresh hard compound tyres. You know that that's the tyre of his choice, and he will go to the end of the Grand Prix on that one quite comfortably. And look, he's the one on the most freshest. He's timed it to perfection. He sort of put that medium stint out to hang a little bit, didn't he? He went a little bit longer than everybody else, but he's going to reap the rewards more so than anyone else towards the end of this race, and that is a wise old head from the housey, knowing that this track is hard on tyres. And well, I'll tell you what, that tyre life is going to help him big time there, Mr. Bopton.
Yeah, for now he's got to head down and catch 8 seconds to get back up to Scotty, given JC's back in the pits. So
Yeah, absolutely.
9.5 seconds. So.
Absolutely, mate. And well, this one will start to shake out. Salmon's doing a great job, arguably said. And well, fantastic. He's just got to keep her going, pointing in the right direction. And this is a fantastic result for the Salmons. What the doctor ordered, mate. Absolutely what the doctor ordered from this man. And well, he will have some time added to his race due to license points. But nevertheless, a great result, an awesome result from this man. And let's just hope he can continue it, because we do know he's got some great quali pace. And he can transfer that into race pace and keep his jets nice and calm. And he should be okay. He's doing very, very well this Grand Prix. Nevertheless, Mr. Bob.
Yeah, I've just been monitoring Midas's interval time to Junior, and he's knocked off about 4 seconds. So he's on the hunt. He's catching quite fast. So we'll see how this goes.
Absolutely. Salmons makes his way by Nat Hammer, and that is up into P6 for that man. Fantastic to see, as you were saying. And well, Middies knows exactly what he's doing. Doesn't want to take too much tyre life. There is still 13 laps remaining. He's currently done 4 on them. And look at the guys ahead of him, so he's not too worried. They've done 8 laps there, Bopton. You've got another, 13 to go, so do the math. That is 21 laps they're expecting to do on that hard compound. Is the top 2 if they're not going to stop again. And that is a country mile on that tyre.
Yeah, they're kind of in that the bite point, whether they go for the one stop or if they chuck the fresh set on. It's going to be difficult either way.
Yeah, I think so too, mate. I think so. And you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because, yes, although you do put the quicker tyre on, you still got to make all that work back up to the field, up through the field. And well, I'll tell you what, if you do keep the hard compound on, it's about nursing those bad boys to the checkered flag, and you lose all that pace. But I'll tell you what, Middies is all over the back of Fury here, mate. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a move any moment now. But Middies looking to get this job done. Of course, closing under DRS, pops out of the slipstream, and under braking, easy as you like. There you go. Well, Fury not hanging about.
Fury fighting back. He said no thanks, not today.
He certainly did. And well, Fury doing a great job holding off that P2. Middies Mallet in at P3, and well, there you go. Well, the longer they fight, this would be helping out Junior. Currently 4.5 seconds ahead of this lot here, Bopton. And, well, I'll tell you what, Middies will know this. The laps are starting to click off. We've got, 9 laps remaining? Lap 17 of 29. And, well, there you go, folks. There you go. Excuse me, 12 laps remaining.
Yeah, I was going to question your maths there for a second, but I believed you, so...
It's like, I was always taught, as long as you sound believable, it's okay there, Bopton. It doesn't really matter about facts. But nevertheless, we've pushed on. Striker in the pit lane.
Midas coming around the outside of Fury down the DRS straight. He's going to try come around the outside into the tight corner.
Yeah, he certainly is. And, well, Fury hanging in there. Gives him racing room, and... well, Midas, there you go. Oh, Fury was just trying. And, oh, there you go. That was close. That was very, very close. But Fury had to lift off there. And we're just putting his nose in a little bit too much was the Furinator. But nevertheless, slots into P3 and has got a decent gap to the Z. So, I'll tell you what, it is pretty comfortable out there for Fury for that final podium position place. Of course, he does have a bit of a gap to Z. As I did say before, there is 12 laps or 11 laps remaining, folks, and that gap is quite manageable to the guy behind on the same tyre life there, Bopton, if I might add so. But they're going to keep an eye on Middies Mallet. It is 5.3 seconds now to Junior, who is leading this race and has led this race comfortably for the majority of it. Excuse me, has the Golf Racing driver. 5.2 seconds. We'll keep an eye on that one as we'll flick further down, because David and Batman battle resumed. And well, Verk and Brad Tay. Verk getting by Brad Tay But David and Batman having a good old crack down the back straight. Oh, Batman a little bit loosey-goosey. I reckon David senses blood. Just rode that curb on the inside and it's unsettled the car a little bit. And I think that's just killed his momentum, unfortunately. Has to tuck in. I think if that didn't happen there, Bopton, that would have been a pass.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for him. Nat Hammer is pulled back up alongside Salmons. He was about 3/10 behind him, so we'll see if he can force Salmons into a mistake and regain 5th position.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Nat Hammer putting all sorts of pressure on Salmons, as you did say so there, Bob. Absolutely brilliant spot from you there, my friend. And Salmons doing a great job this Grand Prix. It is really good to see him come alive. And, well, where has he been all season is the question mark. But nevertheless...
Oh, no, Nat Hammer made it looked like he slid out on my screen. He might have made a small mistake. Nat Hammer there, so yeah, he's dropped that to a.
But he has. He is a bit loosey-goosey through that twisty section at the end of the second sector there, Bopton, and has just he's lost the DRS. It certainly has. As we are having a look, Junior has stopped. Fury has stopped. I'll tell you what, these two have stopped. They're going for a 2-stopper. Middies has taken off. And I'll tell you what, they've both put on a set of hard compounds. And what has Fury put on? What is Fury putting on? A set of hard compounds as well. Z as well. So they're going the 2-stopper. What is Middies going to do? I'll tell you what, these hard compounds will make it. There is a massive, massive gap. I'll tell you what is there? 10 laps, 13.2 seconds. I think Middies doesn't need to stop here, mate. Do you think Middies needs to stop? I don't think he does.
Yeah, it depends on his tyre wear, but I reckon he's got enough to go to the end. He pushed that medium stint out quite long, so I'd say no doubt he's practiced this this strategy before the race tonight anyway. So
yeah, absolutely, I think so there, mate. But we'll keep a keen eye on that as David right behind Verk right behind Z. And, of course, you can see for yourself the tyre life. And, well, fantastic to see. How's he up there in P5? Does not need to stop again. Look at that. Look at that. It's worked out perfectly. How's he read it brilliantly? And extending that middle stint, that first stint on the medium compound has worked
Johnny
an absolute
just made a move on Brad T. He's just got him past Brad T there, down the DRS.
He certainly has, Bob. And up into P9 is the Johnny M4. Fantastic move. Salmons coming out of the pit lane in P11, just getting by Brad Tay now. Up into P10, he's got Johnny M4 just ahead of him. And let's just see if Salmons can work his way through. He's taken the risk of boxing on that hard compound, of course. Of course, those guys that did stop that little bit earlier, of course, the guys on that Johnny M4 tyre life, lap 9 lap old tyres, 10 lap old tyres, of course, a struggled streak to make them towards the end of the Grand Prix with any sort of pace. But there you go, Salmons working his way by Johnny M4 very, very nicely. And, well, there you go, Scotty in the pit lane as well. Middies has stayed out. There is 9 laps remaining. 10.2 seconds is the gap here there, Bopton. I'll tell you what, this one's come alive. We're keeping an eye on this timing tree because I think Middies knows he's got enough in the bag. I think he knows he's got enough in the bag. There is no way Junior is going to catch him at a second plus a lap.
Yeah, you got to factor in that it takes a few laps for those hard tyres to really fire up before you start getting the pace out of them. So Midas is already in that zone and he'll be putting down fast lap times already. So
yeah, that's exactly right. As Johnny M4, Nat Hammer doing battle. Great battle side by side. Oh, awesome wheel to wheel from these two. Nat Hammer just has to relinquish a little bit. Johnny M4 holds that P9. Nat Hammer into P10. And Nat Hammer trying to make the most out of that fresh hard compound tyre. And let's just see how high up the grid he can get. Salmons back up into P7. David right behind him. Great showing from David, who is also a hard compound tyre whisperer. Nevertheless, P8 from that man. Awesome, awesome to see.
yeah, and he's doing well to hold on to the back of Verks there.
He certainly is.
Oh,
He certainly
my
is.
timing screen just changed.
Well, he was there.
I'm having technical difficulties.
He was there for not too long ago there, mate. But nevertheless, he's behind Salmons, his teammate. And he's still doing a phenomenal job to hang on to the back of that. He has got Nat Hammer behind him. Let's not forget that. And let's just see how Nat goes. Of course, yes, coming out of the pit lane. He's got fresh hard compound tyres. As the gap now here, Bopton, 8 seconds. 8 seconds with 8 laps remaining, mate. Oh, I tell you what, Junior's putting on the afterburners, and he's absolutely sending it. Have a look at him put in these qualifying laps. Can he make the time? Oh, I don't think so. 8.2 seconds now here, Bopton, but it is going to be neck and neck as we'll flick further down, because what is happening towards the back? Oh, that is Brad Tate and David just getting another stop out of the way, but very interesting to see how this one pans out. Striker in 14th, and there he is there. Great showing from this man, and let's just see how much he can progress further up the field. We'll have a look at the penalties for everybody at home. We've got 3 seconds to Vert, we've got 16 to M4, we've got 13 to Brad Tate, 10 to Blue Dog, and 3 to Dirty Orange. And of course, those 10 seconds, they might be removed depending on how, depending on how the stewards see that with the speeding in the pit lane, if it is traffic, excuse me.
Z's looking to make a move on Houser down the back there, straight. He's all over the back of him as he comes down the outside of him. Makes the move cleanly.
Great spot there, Bob. Thank you very much there, my friend. And Z moves himself up into P4. And, well, there you go. Housey into P5, and he won't mind that, will the Housey? 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go in this one. And it has been an absolute belter. Well, of course, to be expected from these boys. Very, very good. We'll flick back down to Scotty, because Scotty and Johnny M4, I'll tell you what, Johnny M4 having a great race this Grand Prix. Up there in P9. He'd like to be higher, but I tell you what, since he's got his connection, he's got his connection all sorted. I tell you what, Johnny M4 looking very, very good. As we'll flick further up because well, how's he? Can he hang on? Oh, I'm not too sure. He's gone a little bit wide. Verk's there, and Verk putting all sorts of pressure on the Housey. And I'll tell you what, this one's fired up towards the end. Middy's Mallet now 5.8 seconds now. Bopton is the junior to Middy's. There's 7 laps remaining. Well, I'll tell you what, Junior can catch him. Junior can catch him, but can he pass him?
Yeah, I bet the sweat's running down his brow now. He'll be trying to be putting top tier laps in every lap from here on out. Hey, just a question, Scotty. Are you going to be doing Driver of the Day poll?
Oh, good question. And yes, we will put that up there now.
Well, Skate's organising that. I will just read off a bit of track records for the league here. I'll just pull them up on my screen. So the most wins here from a driver in this league is tied with 1, and we've got Dools, Tactical Genius, who no longer races with us as well, and Tom. The most podiums for this track we've had is the Fury himself with 2. Looking to make a 3rd podium tonight. The fastest laps here we've had Tom, Tactical. The most pole positions, same with 1. Your guy JC, he's had a pole here. Dools and Nash Jr. The most points at this track is Fury as well, 47. And our lap record holder is VFR Tom, and he set a 128.4. And that was in Formula 4 Season 4.
Well, there you go, folks. The Driver of the Day poll has gone out. And, well, you can currently vote for Middies, Housey, Verks, Salmons, and the Striker. Get your votes in. That will determine our Driver of the Day at the top of the Twitch chat. And, well, there you go. Elijah, welcome to the chat. Great to see you, mate. And, of course, well, like an American doing American things. Absolutely brilliant to see you, mate. Great to see you paying your respects in the chat. Awesome, mate. It has been a while, and I do hope to catch up with you boys boys soon. But there you go. There you go. So, well, I'll tell you what, Batman doing a great job against David. There it is there. 0.6 of a second. And, well, absolutely brilliant. Well, can't put anyone in. Well, there you go. Nat, well, there's a bit of a... well, there's the Pit Lane Penguins love fest there. And we don't go that way. Come on, Seb. You're better than that, mate. You're better than that, Sebby. Come on, mate.
Junior's hunting that lead down to 3 seconds now with 5 laps remaining, so
He certainly
he's
is.
going to be putting pressure on Midas very shortly.
I'll tell you what, mate. I'll tell you what. It's getting real juicy towards the end of this one. 5 laps remaining. 5 laps remaining. 4 laps remaining. Excuse me. 2.7 seconds remaining. Oh, well, between the two, first and second position. Nevertheless, there is Z and Verks doing battle. And I'll tell you what, these Monster Energy boys just working together ever so nicely as a team. As Batman makes his way past the David up into P11 from that man. Fantastic race from the Batman. Howsy a little bit ahead. And I'll tell you what, Howsy doing a great job up there in P6 as the Group 3 driver. Good to see.
Yeah, that one stop's really paying off for him this race. He's still got a 2-second gap to Salmons, so he's doing well at holding him at bay with those used tyres.
He certainly is. He certainly is. It's now 2 seconds here, Bopton. 2 seconds between the top two. I'll tell you what, 3.5 laps to go. And who is that? That is just Dirty Orange or Jazz Blues Cat getting out of the way. And we do appreciate that, mate. Well done. Much appreciated as the leaders start to make their way through, of course. Well, I'll tell you what, Vert just slipping by the wayside. And that, well, I'll tell you what, that final podium position looks like it is going to be Furious. He's done the work. And, well, P3 from that man at the moment. But we are currently interested in this P2, P1 battle. Of course, 1.5 seconds now, Bopton. Of course, have a look at the gap start to diminish. And Junior is absolutely on the hunt. Oh, I wonder if Minis is just biding his time, but he doesn't want to bide it too much longer. The gap is closing. The laps are counting down. We've got yellow flags in Sector 2.
Yeah, just trying to pick that up now. I'm not sure what happened there, but yeah, I can just imagine what Midas is feeling right now, trying to hold that lead. So let's hope he doesn't make any costly mistakes into these final laps.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, he's, well, 1 second now. He's now within DRS zone, is the Junior. He certainly is. He can smell blood. Look at him put the pressure on. Oh, 0.8 of a second. It's the fresh tyres there, Bopton. 7 laps versus 14 laps. I thought Minis might have been able to hang on, but I don't think he can. I don't think he can. Junior's coming, and he's coming at a rate of knots. Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a fantastic race. The Golf Racing driver, the Group 1 Golf Racing driver, I tell you what, has he fired up for this one? Has he fired up for this one or what? P1 is looking on the cards here, mate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I thought Midas might have done enough too when he had that 14-second gap, but yeah, he's done really well to hunt him down like this. So
Yeah, he has. This is going to be epic, absolutely epic. Well, I'll tell you what, at the passes on the cards now. Junior's hunting the slipstream. He's hunting. Well, have a look at this. How slippery is Middies? Is quick. Oh, his Wonka car, excuse me. But I'll tell you what, the exit out of that corner, the fresh tyres should have it done. He's going to go for it under
he shoots
brakes.
down the inside and he lost.
Oh, I tell you what, he's taken a risk. A massive risk.
Oh no, they contacted.
Oh, dearie me. Dearie me. Junior just getting a bit all greedy there. Why did he do that? Oh, dear. Oh, he's going to have to...
I think they locked wheels coming around that that rounding bend, so...
Dearie me, the fresh tyres, there's all these DRS zones and he goes for a move there. Kind of crazy. Why would you do that? Anyway, nevertheless, he will push on. He's got, well, 2 laps to catch that time again, and I've told this kid so many times, cool your jets, mate, cool your jets. Is Salmon's in P6, and I'll tell you what, Salmon's doing a great job P6. How's he putting all sorts of pressure on him? How's he can sense another spot, or has Salmon's just taken Howsy? I think Salmon's has just got by Howsy. Howsy down into P7. Nevertheless, a great showing from the Group 3 driver. David in P12, having a good look at the rear wing of Batman as well. Of course, lap 27 to 29, folks. This one's almost done and dusted. And there you go. So, nevertheless, Brad Tay has rejoined.
Fury's had that much of a buffer between fourth. He's come into the pits and chucked on the softs to go to full fastest lap by the look of
Yeah,
this.
absolutely he has. He's going for the fastest lap, maybe going for a lap record. Well, nevertheless, we'll wait and see how that one pans out from the Fury. But this is the gap, and 2 seconds at the moment. And that little bit of a mistake from the junior, well, very silly mistake from the junior has cost him probably a race win. Nevertheless, there is still a lap and a half, or 2 laps remaining, excuse me, as Middies sets himself up for this one, of course. 1.8 seconds now. The gap, Housey and Salmons, 9/10 of a second. I'll tell you what, David and Batman, this is the juicy one. Batman's starting to creep up. Of course, he does have that time penalty next to his name. And we'll just check that for everybody at home, of course. And, there you go. It is a 3-second ouch. And that's not going to help his progress whatsoever. Of course, this track has had a bit of a glitch thing regarding the pit lane, of course, and speeding in the pit lane. We'll have to check all that regarding the boys and their incident reports after this race. But there has been a lot of them, and not too sure if that is track characteristics with this beautiful game and the beautiful riders of the game, but nevertheless we will push on and worry about that at a later date. Nat Hammer in P8 here, Bopton, and he's starting to put pressure on Housey. Have a look at this, coming towards the end. Nat Hammer can sense another position here. Housey on 15 lap old hards, Nat Hammer on 9 lap old hards. And I'll tell you what, the Golf Racing Group 2 driver doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, Housey's kind of a sitting duck here with these old tyres, so we'll see how the net gets on, and hopefully we don't have another Junior and Midas incident with him.
Well, I wouldn't think so. But nevertheless, perfect segue. A Senior comes into the chat, and yes, he certainly did there, mate. You'll have to have a word to him, Senior. Give him a good old clip around the ear for that one, because that was very, very silly. But nevertheless, probably cost the lad the race win. But Middies Mella currently leading this one by 2.1 seconds, and rightly so after that. Liam in P2. And Fury looking for the fastest lap. There he is there. Can he do it on the last lap? It would probably be this one, won't it? Pretty sure it will be. Let's just see if he's got it in the bag. If it's not on this one, it definitely will be the last one. The only one out there on a fresh set. That probably should set the pace, and it will be this lap. So it's make or break for Fury to get the lap record on the last lap of the Grand Prix. But we're going to jump up to our race leader, Middies Mella, of course. Well, hasn't been the cream of the crop all Grand Prix. This one has had Liam to contend with, but I'll tell you what, has read the strategy, an absolute belter. A bit of a mistake from Liam, finds himself in P2, but a good result from the Golf driver, of course, in P2. We'll flick back down to Nat Hammer, because this battle is juicy. Nat Hammer putting all sorts of pressure on Housey. 4/10 of a second now here, folks. And can Nat Hammer get the job done? We're going to keep an eye on the track map, because the leaders are starting to round the last couple of corners. Of course, that long back straight is where they're at. But nevertheless, Nat Hammer, can he get into P7? How's he doing his absolute darnest on 16 lap old hards to keep that Wonka racer all in that right position that Nat really doesn't want it, does he? Of course, and doing a fantastic job is the Housey. As we're going to flick back up to the leaders, as there you go, Middies Mella around the penultimate corner now, and there he is there. We'll get rid of that. Middies Mella's going to win this one. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Middies P1 from this man. Great race. Way to keep your head. Junior P2, fantastic from him. And let's just see if Fury can get the fastest lap on the last lap.
128.4 for the record here, so.
Well, there you go, 128.4. He's got to beat it. He's got to beat it. Has he beaten it? He didn't get it. I don't think he got it. Didn't even get the fastest lap on the last lap, unfortunately. And, there you go. As, Junior complaining about the game. Driver of the day, the poll. Well, there you go. And, rightly so. The poll has ended. Salmons is our driver of the day, according to you, the viewers. And, there you go. Fantastic race from the boys. We'll wait for this one to round out. We'll get to our timing screens, of course, at the end of the race. And we'll round this one up with our driver interviews, our driver of the day, of course, at the end of this one. Great job there, Bobden, for your first time in. Must be said, hats off to you, mate.
Yeah, it was like I say, I find that I run out of words, words to describe, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's just the nature of the beast there, mate. It's the nature
Yeah.
of the beast. It happens to the best of us, my friend. But nevertheless, a great Grand Prix by everybody. No, he certainly did not DNF. It's just the game being the game. And when he left the session at the end of the race. But there you go, Minis Mella on the top step yet again. And looking like it's his championship to lose here, Bopton.
Yeah, yep, definitely so.
And there you go, Liam in P2 with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1 minute 28.717 as we'll flick all the way down to the bottom for our
3
stewards.
tenths off the lap record.
Yeah, 3/10 off the lap record it was. And, well, there you go. Absolutely brilliant. And he didn't do that on a soft compound either. That would have been done on the medium. So very, very good. We're going to get our drivers in for the driver interviews and our driver of the day. We'll be back with you in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, yes, we are back. We've got our drivers in and for an interview, of course, and we might as well start off with our third place man. I'll tell you what, driver of the day for the sprint race, and I'm sure he will be loving that. Nevertheless, great result for the feature race. I'll tell you what, Fury, you've come alive, or what? Awesome drive for this whole, sprint and feature round at Miami. P3, mate, well done.
Cheers, mate. It was kind of a bit of a boring race, to be honest. I held on to the boys in front, or I was kind of confident actually going into qualifying because before the lobby reset, I was going to be on pole until I messed up going under the bridge. And so I was super keen that I might be able to get my first pole and then was 8 tenths off anyway. So that kind of showed me up. So held on to the boys in front. Then my tyres just kind of fell off too much. And then, I was just kind of in my own little world about 20 odd seconds ahead of Erk and about 15 odd seconds behind the boys in front. So went for fastest lap, and apparently the track decided to turn off all grip, which was really fun. So I went out on softs and they felt like flipping intermediates. So that was cool. So I didn't even get fastest lap.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've over the last little bit, not to take some shine, nothing like that, but Miami in itself as a track on this game has a lot of issues with it. So I was a bit worried about it going into it, but yeah, that was one of them. But nevertheless, we pushed through. But regardless, great result during the sprint race. Talk us through the sprint, Fury. While we've got you here, of course, started P17. Refresh my memory where you finished there, my friend.
P5.
P5, that's right,
Yeah.
P5. And, well, that was great to see you fight your way through there. And, well, a great showing in the feature races we just talked about. But awesome showing from you, my friend. Onwards and upwards, mate. Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Yeah, no, the sprint was, unfortunately, because someone just clicked load in, my tyre pressures were wrong for the intermediate conditions. So got to the bridge section, and my car just literally just straight up understeered, slid, and went off track. And that deleted my lap time, and that was meant I started at the back. Thank you for Blue Dog for parting the seas at turn 1. I think I gained about 7 places from the grid to the exit of turn 1, which was nice. And then just showed off the pace that I knew I had. Didn't really matter if I was in dirty air or not to the cars in front. I was still able to close up. Worked my way through a couple of DRS trains, and then unfortunately it looked like Scotty was protecting some points from me by he kind of just kept Nat ammo in that 1 second. So Nat had DRS the whole time. So had Nat lost the DRS at any point, I think I probably would have got him and then probably moved my way past Scotty as well. But yeah, it is what it is. Look, P5 from where I started was pretty good, and yeah, P3 from P3 was cool. Was nice to not lose any places when I'm starting at the front, which is a bit of a norm some weeks. But yeah, we'll hopefully be a bit closer to middies and Ramsdale at the next track because yeah, being third place when you're 15 seconds behind the cars in front and 20 seconds in front of the cars behind, it is that spot. I think I switched off for the last it was so hard the last probably 10 laps. Like I was just kind of in my own little gap, and it probably hurt my fastest lap attempt because I hadn't actually driven a lap hard for nearly half the race. So yeah, anyway, is what it is.
That's it, mate. No, well done anyway. P3, everybody. Mr. Fury Strap, well done.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, boys, for the call, and good job, Ramsdale.
All right, well, very good from you, Mr. Fury. We'll move to our P2 man. Of course, well, he's known as the Junior. And, well, I'll tell you what, Junior, very, very good from you, mate. And, well, I did notice your comment in the chat about the game. I'm sure the car's probably interlocked wheels there by my co-commentator, Mr. Bopton had spotted, but not too sure what happened there. But nevertheless, awesome, awesome race from you, mate. Pole position, P2 in the end. Congratulations.
Yeah, cheers. It was actually a very fun race, I'll be honest. Even with the incident at the end, I still had a lot of fun. Midis, as usual, is absolutely rapid in that race pace, so I had a feeling I had to make an alternate strategy. And seeming as the sprint race, I was on 72% on my hards at the end. I had opted for a two-stopper. And yeah, I was surprised to see Midis actually stay out for the final stint. I don't know how he even managed to get it to the end without a puncture. But yeah, the incident, that would just go to the stewards, probably a bit of VA wheel lock there, but I wouldn't even blame him for that really. That was just like it's a bit of a weird move that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, well, I mean, the interview's just ended abruptly there, Junior. What's going on there, mate? You might have to face the music with your old man, though, because he came back from doing a bit of a patrol and seen you act like a bit of a bell end on track, and he was not happy. So be prepared for a bit of a clip, mate.
Oh yeah, to be fair, it was really fun, that race. That was probably the strongest I felt at a track, and it was I felt a lot of pace there, to be fair. Qualifying, coming out pole, I was absolutely like I was amazed as to how I beat Midis, and I was like, okay. But then it comes to the race, he's just rapid. Yeah,
absolutely is, and a very hard man to catch, and his championship to lose by the look of things. But nevertheless, an awesome drive by you, my friend. P2 in the end, excuse me. And, well, we move on to next week. Silverstone there, Junior, and looking to see what you can do around that track.
Can't wait.
There you go. So, well, fantastic showing from you. And, well, there you go. P2, everybody. Junior.
Yeah, thank you, everybody.
Looks like
well done to P3.
Well, looks like Salmons has not joined us for the Driver of the Day interview. But nevertheless, big congratulations to Salmons. We do appreciate you hanging around there, folks. We've enjoyed bringing this one to you. We've hoped you've liked that one as well. I tell you what, next week we're at Silverstone, of course. Yes, default setup round. Of course, my co-commentator for the remainder of the season, Bopton, he'll be with me. We'll be there, same time, same channel. And well, Salmons has just joined. Oh, he's joined late. Of course, he bloody has. But nevertheless, we'll get to our Driver of the Day right about now. And, well, Salmons, as voted by the viewers, Driver of the Day, my friend. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate. And sorry I'm a bit late to the party here. But,
that's all right.
Yeah, I recorded a session tonight, so I'm happy with that. And,
mate,
yeah, learnt a little bit, showed some patience, and had absolute lots of great battles. So,
Mate, you
loved it, man.
drove extremely well, and very, very good to see. And that's what we knew you could do, Salmons. And of course, another redemption date on the cards by the look of things, mate. But nevertheless, keep on keeping on, and looking forward to seeing what you can do around Silverstone. And, well, just to see how you can round off this season will be very interesting. But so far, so good, mate. The last couple have been very, very good from results point of view, mate, from your good self. And let's just see if that trend can continue, mate. But a well-worthy driver of the day, mate. Talk us through it, because you did have some awesome battles there between Batman and Z, and there was a couple of others there, Nat Hammer as well. And, well, it was awesome to watch you go about your business. But just talk us through it. What was the most enjoyable part of that one?
Oh, mate, I think I lucked out. I actually stuffed up the tyre strategy. I had the medium, and when we reset the lobby, I was able to go two hards instead for the race, because I knew the tyre deg was horrendous. And then, just had the greatest battles with Nat and, and the boys. And then right at the end, I think Z didn't ran out of tyres, I think. I'm not too sure. But anyway, in the last corner as well, he lost the back end and I got him somehow.
Oh, there you go.
It's just miracles, mate. But that's what it is when you stay in there and don't screw up in the beginning. You can get those things in the end. So,
that's exactly
awesome,
right.
man.
Nah, awesome drive by you, Salmons. A well-worthy driver of the day. Congratulations, my friend.
Thanks, boys. Loved it.
No worries, mate. No worries.
We're going
to end this one now, Bopton. You got anything further to add, my friend?
No, it was great racing all around from everyone, as always. It was, brilliant to watch. So, hats off to you fellas, and we'll see you all next week.
Absolutely, mate. Well said. Thank you very much for watching. We are Southern Cross Racing. Goodbye.